Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a review of the Marc Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour Foundation. So I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on this foundation and I wanted to just put mine out there on the internet for everyone to enjoy and take into consideration. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this foundation, then I'm going to tell you about my experience with it. First of all, you can get this at Sephora. It is $46 for 1.08 fluid ounces of it. It is a 24-hour long-wear foundation. It has SPF 25 with no flashback technology. It's made with a super finely milled pigment to give it a very natural finish. It is self-setting and it has snow mushroom and I think daisy extract. I will put the correct extract right here. For hydration retention and protection from environmental pollutants. So this is supposed to be suitable for all skin types and it is supposed to be medium coverage. So now on to my experience. So personally speaking, I'll just get this out of the way. I love this foundation. I think that it is a beautiful foundation, but I understand that I am in a minority of people who are very, very, very rigid with their skincare routines. So I can totally see how this would not work for everyone. So I'll tell you why it works for me, how it works for me, and then I'll tell you why I don't think it would work for everyone, who I don't think it would work for, all the whys. Okay, so first of all, I prep my skin really well. Always, because I have dry skin. I've had trouble with flaky patches in the past, so I use a toner pretty much every night. If I'm not using a toner, I'm using some other type of chemical exfoliant, be it an enzyme treatment or a lactic acid treatment or an AHA BHA mask, whatever. I use some type of exfoliant to rid my skin of dead cells and dry patches and all that gross good stuff. So I do that pretty much every single night. And every morning before I put on my foundation, I go through a pretty rigid 4 or 5 step process before I'm even ready to apply my foundation. So I hydrate, I prime, all that stuff. And that prepares me for foundation. No matter what foundation it is, that's the way I've always done it. Well, not always, but that is the way I do it currently. And that works great for this foundation. The one thing I will say for me personally is that I can't apply this well with a brush. I have to use a beauty blender. So basically what I do is I apply it with a brush and then I blend it really well with a beauty blender. That's just the process that I go through and it makes it look amazing. So on to that. This has the most amazing flawless finish on me that it's better than any other foundation I've ever used. And that is coming from a person who has texture, who has acne, who has dry skin. I feel that way about this foundation. I've read a blue million reviews saying that it is not good for people with texture or acne, and I wholeheartedly disagree. As long as you don't have flaky patches for foundation to cling to, I don't think that it emphasizes my texture at all. I think that I think that it literally looks like a second skin. And I think that it's amazing. I mean, my acne looks like acne no matter what way you slice it, but this way it just looks like normal skin, my skin colored acne, right? So I really love this. Like, I will definitely be repurchasing it when I run out. I will say I don't use it every day. It does take a little bit more work to blend and to get it to work, but it doesn't take that much more work. It's not that much more of a hassle, and I really think that the end result is 177% worth it for me, in my opinion. Now, I don't think this would work for people with really dry skin. And that's basically because of the reasons I just said. If you have like dry, flaky patches that are not able to be exfoliated, if they just are there and that's just the way that your skin is, I don't think that this will work. I think that it would cling to those and it would really emphasize those patches. Whereas like this makes me feel really confident about my skin. If I had really flaky skin, it would do the exact opposite for me, because I have used this on a day when I didn't super prep my skin and I didn't exfoliate and I did have some dry patches, and that is what happened, and I didn't feel very good about my skin that day. But in general, my experience with this has been overwhelmingly positive and I really like it. So with all that being said, that's my opinion on it. I think that it is great for people who spend a lot of time prepping their skin, who are very familiar with using foundations. If you're someone that never uses foundation, this might be a bit of a learning curve for you because it does take a little bit of work to blend it into the skin and to make it look the way that you want your foundation to look. It's not something that you can just slap on and it's good to go. Like, it's not really a super laid back foundation in that way, in my opinion. But again, I will say that the end result is absolutely worth it for me. And it's mostly because I don't have perfect skin. I never have. And when I put this on and when I get it to work, I genuinely feel like I look like I have perfect skin. I actually, the only time, well, maybe not the only time in my life, but 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was wearing this and a woman out of the blue, a woman I didn't know, told me I had beautiful skin. And I was like, what? It blew my mind. So yeah, maybe I just have a sentimental attachment to this now because it got me my beautiful skin compliment that I always have said that I would just keel over and die if anyone ever said that to me. I didn't keel over and die, but man, on the inside I was. So anyway, bottom line, I really like this foundation. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I think that it's beautiful. I think that the finish is amazing, and I just really like it. So if you have any other questions about this particular foundation, let me know below. Send me an email, drop me a DM on Instagram, or comment. If you're new here, if you like what I do here, please consider subscribing. Maybe give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a great day.